Hello everybody, Racingbrah Nick is here for you. Today I'm gonna be showing you and talking about the last FIA race that I had. It was around Lago Maggiore, the shorted version of the track. It's a very comfortable one, it's very nice. We practiced for quite a bit, I would say. Maybe I spent a couple of hours, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm telling you right now in advance that this was one of the dirtiest races I have ever had, not only in FIA but in general. I mean, nothing actually horrible happened, but it was dirty from the beginning to the end. Like here, it was my first hot lap in the quali, and you can see how this guy just ruined our lap. Just pushing us a little bit from behind, and yeah, so it was already wasted lap, and then as you can see he is wasting his lap as well, throwing his Mustang into the wall. Anyways, it was okay, fine, things happen. We go for another lap. 1:27.3 is a horrible time around this track, and we go for another shot. I was expecting to be somewhere in the mid 25th, and of course 27.3 was completely unacceptable time for me. So we went for another one. I just want to pay your attention to the fact that this is a very important thing to find a right spot around the track during the quali. This is what the F1 racers do, and this is what you are supposed to do during the races, because this is extremely important to find the guy who is going to give you a little bit of tow, but at the same time he's not going to stop you, so he is not going to be drastically slower than you. And at the same time, you want to find a spot where you are not pushed from behind. And it seemed to me that I found my spot around the last lap, but unfortunately it wasn't the case, and the guy behind, he didn't took care of it neither. But anyways, we're on the finish line, and it's 1:26.1, which is I would call it an average lap, or maybe a little bit worse than average. We're 9/10 down, and then you see what happened. This was very annoying, and yeah, I hate to see this thing in the screen, seeing how like everybody's disconnected. I don't know whether they had the race or not. Was it my problem or Gran Turismo's? No idea. But we had to try another time. We went for another one. The previous one was the second one. It was at 10, and this was the last one, the very last one, at 12 Central European time. The very first one I missed because I was expecting a friend of mine to come, and I didn't want to start the race because I would need to stop anyways, and the race would be ruined, or at least I would have to stop the racing for some seconds. So I tried the one at 10, and this was the last one at 12, so it was the very, very last chance for me to score some points. And let's take a look what happened. This is a warm-up session still, and at this point I already felt like something wrong is going to happen. Look at what the guy in front does. This was so stupid. I cannot imagine like how should I describe this, because he was the whole straight ahead of me, then he braked very, very early, waited for me, and then decided to defend his position, and then suddenly he decided to pick up the tempo and stay with me, and now you're going to see what he's going to do. And this is a warm-up. He's jumping inside, it's like 100% torpedo, then he blocks me on the apex, and then goes on with his warm-up session. So it was unbelievable. Now he didn't leave me any space. He went a little bit of wide, and then he tried to murder me. So it was already a signal to me that something bad is going to happen during this session. So we start with the qualifying. Please take a look at what I mentioned, how we try to find a spot for ourselves. Found the guy in front of us who has quite a lot of points, so we were expecting him to move quite quickly around the track. And during the first lap he was quick enough, so we are behind, getting a little bit of tow from him, but at the same time not being careful or not thinking that they are going to block us. So I found this position quite good. It's our first hot lap. It goes okay. We take a very nice lane around here, very nice line. It's a very, very smooth track anyways, so you have to be very smooth all the time with the throttle and with the brakes as well. It's not particularly difficult using the Group 4 car. It's very comfortable. I would say that this Toyota misses just a little bit of top speed for my taste, but anyways, this is the last corner. I like to take a very, very light apex in this corner because we are contributing to the whole start-finish line and being able to get a lot of speed there. So we are getting a high 25. It's 1:25.945, which is already 2 tenths better lap than in our previous session. I was just thinking, please work, don't throw me from the room again. So we went to the boxes, we changed the tires, and we went for another shot. Time remaining at 3:40, so we are easily making 1 or maybe 2 attempts. I was expecting to have 2, but still in the first one I felt very, very comfortable. This second hot lap went much better than the first one. As you can see, we found a spot around the track again very nicely. There is quite a lot of space behind us and quite some space in front of us. We're not getting any tow, but we feel comfortable because no one is in front of us. You know, sometimes this distracts. Spanish guy Fike 1987 shows 1:24.9, which is a very nice lap. And I started to think that this is going to be really hard to get the pole with these guys. At this point I had a rating of 28,000 after a very, very nice race around Daily Race C in Autopolis, where we managed to get a couple of very nice races and to get those points. And we were at 28,000 at the moment, so we managed to show 1:25.364, which was very nice time. I felt it was very nice. And we went for another attempt where we got blocked. I don't know how to describe it. The guy in front of us just started to brake so early that we had to avoid the collision, and we went off the track. And this was a continuation of the story. And now we're going to listen to the music in this Gran Turismo Sport FIA series. So we're back for the race. We're going to go quickly through the names of the drivers. As you can see, we got the 4th position, being 3 tenths down, almost 4 tenths down, starting 4th. I just wanted to finish talking about the situation on the last hot lap. Some of the slow guys, and it was the guy who was in the very back. I think he got his 20th or 19th position. That doesn't matter. He decided to brake extremely early, and I didn't want to dive in because I would definitely ruin his lap. And having a nice lap on my own, I decided just to go off the track and avoid the collision. So this was the situation. We are just about to start. As I mentioned, we are 4th. 2 Spanish guys are in front and 1 guy from Sweden. This guy from Sweden actually is rated SS, so he should be very quick. So let's see what's going to happen. Oh, I feel excited about this one because there is going to be so much to talk about. So first 2 corners. Let's have a look. Everything is pretty nice and clean. The guy in front of us has quite a lot of oversteer, but he manages to catch it. Then we go here, and yes, it's clean for now. I think the first lap was kind of okay. The thing started to happen a little bit later, and I felt like we are with the guys. Everything is fine. The pace is there. I felt very comfortable. You know, actually the feeling is very different from what you get when you practice the track to the feeling when you are already on the track during the race. Because the tire thing starts to work the fuel, you feel how your car is heavy and everything. So actually the feeling is quite different. So here we go to the last corner of the first lap, and take a look what is happening. The guy behind is 3 tenths behind. We start braking on 100 meter mark, which is very late, and look at the radar. The guy just gives us a huge bump from behind, making us go very wide, and he and another guy goes by. They just pass me because I take such a wide line there, and this is just the beginning. So let's see what happens, because the things developed very quickly in this race. The guys are fighting here. There is a bump. The Subaru guy just pushing wide, and here what happens? The guy comes back to the track, gives me another punch. It's already the second one, the 54 guy from Britain. It was a very bad behavior of his. And now look at what happens again. Huge bump from behind from this Mr. driving the Mercedes, and we spin. It's 3 corners in a row, and 3 times they just torpedoed me from behind. 3 in a row. Anyway, bad things happens, I guess. So I tried to cool myself down, and being 16th, I thought that okay, fine, we're going to have quite a lot of overtaking here and there, and I actually looked forward to it. And let's see what's going to happen next. And please remember this guy who's in front of me driving the BMW. First situation, we're going inside, braking a little bit later, and as you can see, we are braking, and now he just turns into me like I'm not there, I'm not there, literally. Look what happens then. Thank you very much. What was that? I have no idea what the guy was saying, and then he like excused himself for what exactly? For pushing me wide, and then I don't have any explanations to this behavior. But anyways, he excused himself. Let's say we accept the apologies. We are just about to attack the guy in front of us, the Audi Bob Play 3. These cars are faster. This guy behind, he's going to attack me, and I decided not to do anything against, because I was already afraid of this guy, because I thought maybe he's just psychic, because this is not normal. This shouldn't happen. So we are again 16th, and we're looking forward to attack again. Sorry, I just want to tell you, like, what do you think about like sitting in a bar with a friend of yours, and then they suddenly punch you in the face and then excuse themselves? Like, anyways, sorry, I'm frustrated now, even probably even more than during the race. So let's see what happens then. We're right behind these two guys. They're fighting between each other. And we think that we actually have to pass them, because we're losing incredible amount of time. These guys are braking extremely, like, I don't know. This was very weird situation. They started to brake very early, and then I didn't have a chance to do anything else but to be there where I was. I tried not to bump the guy in front, but unfortunately this is what happened. Then the guy behind started to behave a little bit better. I was already afraid that I'm going to get another hit from behind, but at this point I just stopped to give any rat's asses about the race, and I thought that no way, I'm going to defend it. I'm going to defend it every time he tries to do something. Another one, he goes inside. Not really, because we're on the brakes exactly where we should be. Look how faster are we against this guy. I don't know why they try to fight that hard against me, but this is their right. I'm going carefully inside this corner. I'm on the outside, and this is what the BMW guys again does against me. Another bunch. Another one from the right. Again, for no reason. I gave him so much space he could put there 3 cars of BMW, definitely. I'm pissed. I'm going for it, giving a lot of space to the guy on the right. And look what happens behind. Another bunch from another punch from the guy on the BMW. And look what is going to happen in this corner on the radar. Look at that. We still have no, it's not here. It's going to happen probably a little bit later. We still have the Bob guy behind us. We go a little bit defensive in the middle of the track, and now look what is going to happen on the radar. One more time, he sends almost off the track the TT guy, passes him, and goes after me. This Frenchman is insane, literally insane. And this is lap number 5, by the way. It's already more than half of the distance, and we spent so much time. We're 16 seconds behind the leader after this nonsense. So we are going again defensive, because I thought that this guy might jump inside anyways, not caring about what's going on. This is the British guy from the warm-up thing, where he tried to murder me in turn number 2, and he decided to change his tires or fuel his car. I have no idea. As you can see, it's another one. I don't know. It's number 25, and I'm getting like my sportsmanship rating goes down because of this nonsense. It's unbelievable. And anyway, somehow we managed to get rid of the guy behind, and we started to move on. And I started to feel like we are going to catch the guys in front of us. Finally, this guy is not touching us. Thank you very much for that. At this point I felt like actually there are chances of catching the 12th and 11th position in front of us, and I started to push, feeling that the tires are still kind of okay, although after all these U-turns and after all these bunches and slides and everything, the tires of others probably were much better. Late apex as I like it, and then we go. So it was 4 seconds. The guys in front of us, they were 4 seconds ahead. We managed to show 1:26.3, which is the fastest lap around here for me for now. The guy behind, I just saw him on the radar. He's still there, but losing it. 1 lap later, unfortunately, very unfortunately for me, I was trying to catch the guys in front, and I made this horrible mistake. I bottled it, as they say. Lost these 2 positions from this disgusting BMW guy from France. Another one, and we're P17 behind the Audi TT guy, the Bob Play guy. We went carefully against him. He left us a lot of space. We managed to overtake the guy, but this was it. He's fighting back here. It's the final lap of the race. It was already very disappointing. By that time he didn't fight much. I guess his tires were in a very bad condition as well as mine. So this is the rest of the race. I didn't show you the previous 2 laps after I spin, because there was literally nothing happening. I was trying to recover after this thing. And here we are, P16 after a very nice quali, which was P4, very nice time. And here is our driver rating. As you can see, 28,000. We went down 2,500 points down after this race. Very disappointing, but still I decided to share this thing with you, because it was a lot of action there. So I hope you liked it. And again, please subscribe, like the videos, and I hope to see you around very soon.